Maybe noticing if that surface is solid or if it's soft. And allow yourself to just kind of settle into that support, feeling grounded, rooted. And if it feels appropriate for you, comfortable for you, let's bring one hand to our chest, one hand to our lower belly, and just using our hands as points of reference for our breath, noticing how we're breathing. Where do you feel movement in the torso when you breathe? Or do you feel movement? Maybe the breath is not very deep right now. Just notice how it is. And while you're tuning into the breath, you might also choose to notice the temperature or the sensation of the hands against the torso. And whenever you're ready, begin to invite the breath to go deeper down into the lungs so that maybe the belly begins to move out and in with your breath. If you feel tension in the belly, this is a good reminder to just relax the belly and let it move freely. Nice, slow, deep breaths without any effort, just allowing it to become naturally deeper, naturally more full. Aware of the effects that it has on the rest of your body or on your thoughts. Just two or three more slow, deep breaths. Whenever you've completed two or three and you're ready to move on, just releasing the hands back to the lap for a moment. And then bringing attention to the tip of the nose. There's no hurry, take your time. Beginning to circle with the head. So we're using the nose kind of like our paintbrush or pencil or pen and just drawing circles. Doesn't matter how small or how large these circles are. Listen to your body, let your body decide. You might even like to move with the breath so that as you begin to breathe in, you're beginning your circle, the first half. And as you're breathing out, you're completing the circle, the second half. Beginning to notice rhythm. And whenever you're ready, reversing and circling the other way, just whenever it feels like the right moment. Just a couple more in this direction. When you've completed that second circle, bringing it back to center in your own time. And then those of us sitting on the floor will release our legs forward. If you're in the chair, you might want to just do one leg at a time. We're going to do a little ankle circling. So resting comfortably and then beginning to circle the ankles. And let's reverse and circle the other way, same side if you're doing one leg. And we'll reverse again or switch legs if you're doing one at a time. And changing direction one more time. Coming back to center and sitting nice and tall. And finding that tall posture again. Maybe noticing how the breath changes when we sit really tall and upright. And folding our legs with the other foot in front, the other leg in front. We're just remaining in seated mountain from the chair. Hands resting on our knees, and we circle the head. Let's begin with the whole torso now. So circling to the right and forward, circling to the left and back, and just creating big circles with the whole torso. Finding rhythm again, and if you like, matching this to your breath. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And when you're ready, reverse and circle the other way, just whenever it feels like the right place. It might be when you're forward, it might be when you're back, just whenever it feels right. Noticing all the sensations that come to attention as you're circling the body in this way. Where do you feel this? And as always, if anything feels really uncomfortable, then make some type of adjustment to relieve that discomfort. And we'll let this be our last round, coming back to center when you're finished. Turning to that upright posture. Releasing our hands down by our sides. And with our inhale, just the left arm reaches up to the ceiling, finding length through the whole left side of the body, from fingertips down to the hip. Neck is relaxed. Then exhale and releasing the left arm down. Next inhale, right arm lengthens out and lifts to the ceiling. Finding length through the right side of the body. Breathing. We're not holding our breath here. Next exhale, right arm releases. And when ready to breathe in, left arm reaches up again. And you can stay right here straight up or bring it up and over for a little bit deeper stretch through the left side. Lifting back to center, exhaling to release. Next inhale, right arm reaches out and up. Stay right up here or bring it up and over a little bit more. Little bit more opening. Keep breathing. Soft left shoulder. And when ready, lifting back to center, releasing the right arm down. And now one last time, left arm inhales up, over if you like. And then as we breathe in, let's open that arm towards the back just a little bit, getting a little extra opening through the chest and the front of the shoulder. Might need to lower the arm a little bit. And back up to center and release on the exhale. One more on the other side, inhaling right arm up. Bring it over if that's in your practice. With the next breath in, we'll open it towards the back a little bit. A little bit of mini twist in the upper torso. Breathing. And bring it back to center and release it down. And let's release those legs forward again, finding a little release here. You can bend and straighten the knees a few times if that's helpful. And then let's walk our feet a little bit further apart. We can rest back on the hands again in that chair. Just open those knees out a little bit wider. Just going to windshield wiper a little bit from one side to the other. And bring it back to center. Keeping those feet a little bit wide apart, making any adjustment to your seat that you need. And inhaling both arms up. And exhaling, twisting just a little bit to let's go to the right first, a little bit to the right, and let the arms come out at shoulder height. So notice where you feel this twist. There's a lot going on here in the torso. Might need to allow the pelvis to twist a little bit to take tension out of the low back. Then come back to center. Release those arms straight down by your sides. Maybe roll the shoulders a few times. It's probably the hardest thing we're going to do all night. And then releasing the arms. When ready, inhale the arms up. Exhaling, twist to the left just a little bit, letting the arms come out at shoulder height, noticing where you feel this. In the area along the upper spine. If you feel too much in your back, then either come out a little bit or let that right side of the pelvis twist a little bit with you. Then come back to center. Release. And from here, we'll bring the soles of the feet together into our cobbler's pose. And maybe just rock a little bit from side to side if you're on the floor. You can do that in the chair too, just shifting from one hip to the other. Coming back to a nice solid center. Let's take our toes away from each other. So we have the heels connected, the mound of the big toe, the mound of the little toe. And then if you can, bring one set of toes together at a time. Start with the pinky toes. And just match those sets, ending with the big toe. And see if you feel a difference in how your feet are connected here. Maybe even press in a little bit and notice how that sensation spreads up through other parts of the legs and maybe even into the hips. And then release tension in the legs, but keep that connection through the soles of the feet. And breathe. And bringing just the left leg forward, turning the knee and the toes up, lifting the right knee so the sole of the foot is on the floor. And we'll hold on to that right knee or shin with our right hand. Inhale nice and tall, preparing to twist on the exhale to the left. So we're getting an open twist here to the left. Just breathe nice and deep. Let the head turn whatever direction it needs to. You might even experiment looking back and then looking forward and noticing the difference. With our next inhale, let's come back to center, switch the hands, and exhale to the right into a closed twist. And maybe here you can feel the slight pressure of the belly breathing into the thigh. And it's okay if your leg is not pulled in that tightly. Just feel the breath in the belly. We want to make sure our spine is nice and long and not compromised. So if the foot needs to be a little further away, that's perfect. And when ready, coming back to center, releasing the right knee down to the floor. You can pull it in a little closer if you like, or just leave it down low, depending on your flexibility. And then when you're ready, lengthen up and exhale forward into a forward bend. Just breathe nice and long into the spine, all the way out through the crown of the head. Lifting back up to center. Lifting that right knee, extending it forward, returning to our staff pose, adjusting the seat as needed so that we can sit nice and tall with relaxed shoulders. Knees soft, face soft. Finding any tension here that's not needed and inviting it to release. Notice breath. And when ready, let's slide the left foot in, bending that left knee. And keeping our left foot on, or our left hand on our left knee or shin. Inhale tall and exhale to the right into our open twist. Just breathe, let the head turn whatever direction it likes. Maybe experiment a little bit. With our next breath in, coming back to center, switching hands and exhaling to the left. Closed twist. Shoulders released away from our ears. Breathing into the belly. Noticing if this direction feels different than the other. Coming back to center. Releasing the left knee down and positioning the left foot wherever you need to for the comfort of your own body. And when ready, sitting nice and tall, and as you're breathing out, just gently hinging forward. And this may be your hinge, whatever it is for you. There's no perfect, except every position is perfect as long as it suits you and your practice. And just stay nice and long through the spine. Maybe even notice how the spine lengthens with each inhale and releases with each exhale. Lifting back up as you're ready. Releasing the left leg forward into our staff pose, or just returning to seated mountain. And let's flex through the ankles so the toes are coming back towards the shin. So we're very active through the feet, active through the ankles. See if you can bring a little bit of that activity into the lower leg, into the upper leg. Maybe even draw the belly in a little bit. And from this place of feeling solid, let's raise both arms straight overhead. And just lengthen up through the fingertips. with active hands and active arms. Notice how this affects the breath, thoughts, and all this activity into the body. And then let's release. And we'll come into a child's pose. So as you're ready, just bring both legs to one side. You can position your blanket if you like for the knees. And if you're in the chair, it's just a forward fold over the thighs. You can separate those legs as much as you need to for comfort. Same thing on the floor. Knees can be wide or narrow. And let's just rest back in child's pose for a few breaths. Your hands can be wherever they're comfortable. Arms can be reaching or they can be soft and relaxed. Just find a moment of rest. And then let's lift to all fours and realign hands and knees with each other as we set up for a few cat-cows. So as we're setting up, let's notice the palms first and feel the pads of the fingers and see if you can really feel that surface with the pads of the fingers or if you're putting it all into your palms. You want to feel it through the ends of the fingers to take a little bit of weight and pressure out of the wrists. And as you're ready, inhale and let the spine drop down a little bit, looking forward. And exhaling, rounding to cat, arching the back to the ceiling. Continuing here, finding rhythm again, moving with the breath. Going to give you plenty of time to find that rhythm and just to breathe and move. It's very soothing to the nervous system. The pace is your own. It's based on how fast or how slow you're breathing. And whenever you're ready, coming back to stillness and tabletop. And just press down a little bit more firmly through the right hand and the left knee. Notice how that affects the torso. Maybe you can see if you can just lift the left hand a little bit. Bring it down. Recenter your support. Press down a little more firmly through the left hand and the right knee. Feeling that subtle shift in the torso. Maybe lift the right hand a little bit. And release it down, recenter support. And then inhaling, lifting the left hand out to the side. See how the body naturally shifts support into that right hand and that left knee. And bring it back down. Recenter. Same thing on the other side. Begin to lift the right arm out. Notice how the body naturally goes to the left hand and the right knee. And then bring it back down. And now you can lift the left hand out again for thread the needle, or you can just slide it underneath, your choice. Either lift it out first and then slide under, or just go right to that thread the needle. And just breathe here. And with our next inhale, let's come back to that tabletop. We'll do two of these, so just take note of what your supporting hand is doing in this first round. When you're ready, right arm can either reach out first or just slide it underneath into your thread the needle. Breathing relief into the back of the right shoulder, maybe the side of the neck, the waist. And then inhaling back to center. So one more time, thread the needle with the left arm through. And this time, once you're in place, maybe choose something different for that right hand, the supporting hand. You may just want to let the whole forearm rest on the floor, or you may choose to be a little more active, lifting that right arm up, just whatever works. Maybe the first experiment is not what you want, and you can change your mind. Let's keep breathing. Then wherever that right hand is, bring it back near the face for support, and let's lift back to tabletop, realigning. Then sliding right arm through for thread the needle on the second side. And again, choose where your supporting hand and arm rest or where they're active, and breathe. And then wherever that left hand is, bring it back to the floor for support near the face. Coming back to tabletop and rest back in one more child's pose before we transition to our backs. And this child's pose may be exactly the same as your first one, or you may choose something different. Just take a moment to settle in here, to rest. And then as you're ready, as if you were planning to come onto the floor for your final rest and meditation, you can do that now. We'll do a little bit of movement here, but nothing that will be too vigorous. So if you want to go ahead and go to the floor, if that's your choice for this practice, then go ahead and move to the floor. And you might want to have everything handy that you'll need for your meditation as well. If you have an eye pillow or a soft cloth to put over your eyes, and if you don't, that's okay. A blanket, a pillow under your head, whatever you're going to need, have that handy so that you can just grab it whenever it's time. But let's move down to our backs, and that could be a roll down here, or you can just turn to one side and come down this way. Whatever you need to do, just come down onto your back. I'll come down briefly and then I'll sit up just so I'm a little bit more um, even in my voice. But let's just start by bringing both knees into the chest. And we're going to circle the knees. It doesn't matter which direction. Just circle both knees the same direction. And here again, looking for rhythm. Add in your breath as you're ready. Inhaling as the knees are beginning the circle, moving away from the torso. Exhaling, closing the circle, bringing knees in. Just a couple more this direction, noticing sensation on the back. When you're ready, reverse and circle the other direction. And then coming back to center, pulling both knees in nice and tight, just feeling the hips lift a little from the floor. Knees can be a little wider if that's more comfortable for you. And then releasing both feet to the floor, keeping the knees bent, pressing into the soles of the feet and just sliding the hips a little closer to the heels, making sure the back is nice and long. And then let's reach out with the left hand and the right and just shift a little bit in the shoulders until the upper back feels nice and flat and even. And take note of that sensation for a moment. And if you need to bring any gear over to you to be comfortable for your meditation, go ahead and do that now. And then come back to this comfortable arm position. So you've sensed it, and you'll know what you're looking for when you come back to it. But if you need to add a blanket over your torso or an eye pillow, then go ahead and get yourself set up now. And when you're ready with the shoulders and the arms, then you can begin to release the legs down if that works for you. Releasing the legs so that they're wide enough apart that the hips can open and release. May need a little bit of experimentation first, so feel free to do that. Move around a little bit. We'll be doing a guided meditation type of yoga nidra this evening. So all you have to do is just listen. There is no way to do this meditation right or wrong. It's all right because all you're doing is listening and allowing your nervous system to respond in a positive, relaxed way. So, beginning by just getting settled in, if your legs have been extended and everything is feeling fully supported, then settle into that support a little bit more. Once the muscles of the body begin to release, you may find that you need to adjust to be a little bit more connected to that support underneath you. And just allowing that support to become full, noticing where and how you're supported. What parts of your body, the back of the body, are being fully supported. And as you become aware of that physical support, then maybe consider allowing that sense of feeling supported physically to become a sense of just feeling supported, wholly supported. And as you settle into that place of support, allow your senses to be wide open. Notice the sounds around you, any smells that are in your environment. If the eyes are still open, noticing anything you see visually, and then consider allowing the eyes to close softly. And you may see images. And just allow all the messengers that arrive during your practice to be received with openness. Be receptive to the messengers. They're here to guide you, to bring your attention more fully to something, maybe an emotion, maybe a thought. Just be open to the messengers, welcoming and responding to each one with open curiosity and awareness. Reflect upon your intention for this practice. Why are you here? What is your intention for right now? Maybe just to relax or to remain fully aware and alert. Whatever your intention, feel it in your entire body and mind in this moment. And experience your heart's deepest mission. What is it that you want more than anything else in life? Imagine that it's true right now and notice where you feel it in your body and in your mind. Then let it go and experience how it may return at the end of your practice or in your daily life, bringing full awareness to your inner resource. This inner resource may come from a place that is real or imagined, a room or a place in nature, an image. Allow your inner resource to bring that sense of security and ease into your body. Notice where you feel it. Bring anything in that will help you feel this place of security and ease. It may be images, maybe sounds or smells, whatever you need to feel completely at ease. And know that you can return to this inner resource at any time during your practice or in your daily life, whenever you need to return to that sense of security, comfort, and ease. Now let the sound of my voice be the sound of your voice, beginning to rotate attention throughout your body. You may notice sensation as I name each part, or you may notice little at all. Whatever you notice is perfect just as it is. Bring awareness to sensation in the mouth, the lips, teeth, the gums, the roof of the mouth, the floor of the mouth, the inside walls of the mouth. Feel the sensation of the tongue in the mouth. The mouth and the jaw full of sensation. Sensing the left ear, the right ear, both ears as vibrant sensation. Without thinking, sensing the breath in the nostrils, left nostril, right nostril, both nostrils and the entire nose as sensation. Sensation in the left eye, eyebrow, temple, cheekbone, the entire left eye full of sensation. right eye, eyebrow, temple, cheekbone, the entire right eye, full of sensation. Sensing both eyes together as radiant, vibrant sensation, welcoming sensation in the forehead, scalp, back of the head, neck, throat, the entire head and neck full of sensation, sensing the left shoulder, upper arm, lower arm, hand and fingers, the entire left arm heavy with sensation. Bring attention to sensations in the throat, into the right shoulder, right upper arm, lower arm, right hand and fingers, the entire right arm heavy with sensation. Sensing both arms together as radiant, vibrant, full of sensation. Sensation in the throat, the inside of the throat, inner walls of the throat. Sensation in the upper chest, upper back, middle chest, middle back, belly, lower back, the entire torso, front and back, inside and outside. Radiant, vibrant sensation. Sensation in the pelvis, the hips, the left thigh, left knee, left lower leg, left foot and toes, the entire left leg heavy with sensation. The pelvis and the hips full of sensation. The right thigh, right knee, right lower leg, right foot and toes, the entire right leg heavy with sensation. Aware of sensation in both legs at the same time, sensing both legs full of sensation. Sensing now the entire body, the front of the body, back of the body, left side of the body, right side of the body, inside the body, outside of the body radiant, vibrant, full of sensation. Noticing all that is now in your awareness. Noticing that unchanging awareness that is always there as every sensation is coming and going, unchanging awareness. Be aware of the body breathing itself, the gentle rise and fall of the belly, belly rising with each inhale, releasing with each exhale, the body breathing itself. Breathing into the left side of the body, noticing breath in just the left side of the body. And bring awareness to the right side of the body, breathing just into the right side of the body. And go back and forth a few times. Awareness of breath in the left and then the right. And once again, whole body breathing itself. And be aware of all that is in your awareness. Settling back into that sense of being awareness, unchanging, even as all the sensations continue to come and go. Notice any passing emotions, thoughts, beliefs. Not getting involved, just noticing as they come and go, settling back into being awareness, a witness, watching all these changing sensations, emotions, thoughts, and beliefs coming and going, all the while remaining as unchanging awareness. And bring awareness to sensations of joy and happiness in the body. Maybe sensing joy as an inner smile that begins at the heart and radiates out to all parts of the body. Feeling the sensation of joy, allowing the sensation of joy to fill you completely. Noticing where and how you feel joy in your body. Sensing all that is now present in awareness. Sensing the unchanging feeling of being that you also are, in which all these changing sensations of joy are coming and going. Allowing yourself to completely dissolve into the feeling of unchanging being, awareness, open, spacious, pure presence, setting aside thinking and dissolving into being, feeling into the center of being, feeling into the periphery of being, sensing your way, being in which all perceptions are coming and going, unfolding and passing away without center, without periphery, formless yet undeniable presence, being pure presence, awake and aware of itself and everything just as it is. Reflecting now upon the journey you've just taken, sensing the changing perceptions that have been unfolding, sensations, feelings, emotions, thoughts, beliefs, joy, and the ever present feeling of being, pure awareness, perhaps welcoming and affirming again your deepest heartfelt mission and your intention for this or your next practice. Perhaps affirming how the feeling being is always present, even now. Deep, unchanging peace and equanimity underlying every changing circumstance, always present, in which you can deeply relax and feel at ease and at peace and at home. Recognizing that you always have the perfect response within you to every situation when you take the time to welcome your deepest wisdom, sensing your body, the room around you, imagining going about your waking life, yet all the while awake and aware as being, in which all of life is unfolding. Taking your time, transitioning back into your waking life, your body fully awakening into its natural state of eyes open, alert wakefulness, reorienting to your surroundings, to where you are, to where you are going, coming fully back when you're ready, alert, wide awake, and grateful for taking this time for yourself. Take all the time you need.